Hello guys, Mr. Caden here. If you tired of the usual regressed reincarnated dungeon hunting game type manhwa with a plain OP-MC that has nothing else going for it, then try some of these. Number 6, The Ember Knight. It has 136 chapters. The story was a bit confusing and slow at first, but it picked up quickly. The MC lives a double life pretending to be his twin brother. Everybody thinks he's strong, when in reality, he's weaker than average. His ability shines not in strength, but in wits and acting. The story overall is also interesting with unique abilities and average world building. The manhwa isn't going to blow your mind, but if you like stories with bluffing where the MC is silver-tongued, smart, and is quick to think, then I think you would enjoy the manga. The art is good enough, and the characters are also generally decently written. The MC is the most interesting with the conflict of who he is, as well as what he wants to do in his life. Number 5, Helmet the Forsaken Child. It has 49 chapters. Helmet was a child who had been abandoned in the demonic beast forest at birth. Raised by demonic beasts, the first human that he met was the sword Saint Darien. Little did Helmet know that the chance encounter would soon shake the foundation of his fate. The boy who'd lived like a beast was thrown into the human world. He possessed overwhelming swordsmanship, outstanding looks and sharp intelligence, but there was one thing he lacked: humanity. This is a promising dark fantasy manhwa with an engaging premise and protagonist. Excellent, highly detailed artwork and character designs. The world building around the demonic beast forest is immersive. However, the plot is still in early stages, so the narrative potential remains to be seen. Number 4, A Dance of Sword in the Night. It has 92 chapters. In this manhwa, the main character was kidnapped as a child to be trained in the art of poison. He returns to his hometown in search of the group of New Moon sword dancers who raised him. However, upon his return, he discovers the sword dancers have been defeated by a nefarious sect that now rules the area, with some members having been abducted. What would have been a heartwarming reunion transforms into a quest for revenge as he begins his search for the remaining sword dancers, and he's willing to poison anyone who gets in his way. The art style and colors are splendid. The story isn't quite deep, but nice enough to understand. You got a cold-blooded logical main character who uses his strong powers of his poisons and superior kick-yo-ass cultivation to absolutely dominate with his revenge and fighting. The story blends a little bit of comedy and seriousness well, and it make the story not too goofy but a good read. Number 3, Becoming the Monarch. It has 130 chapters. In this manhwa, MC who gets regressed by swallowing an artifact accidentally, decides to live a life following a path from a low-ranked soldier of a baron towards becoming a monarch. The story is written extremely well with the right pacing and depth. The art style is unique and perfect. It gets better and better. The characters are awesome. Everyone feels real. MC's character is apt and drives this story as the heart and soul. His personality is well suited to become a monarch. MC's closest allies are the best I've seen so far. Loyal, quirky and unique. Number 2, The Reformation of the Deadbeat Noble. It has 105 chapters. In this manhwa, MC who loved his bed for 10 years after his mom's death, starts getting a strange dream and decides to redeem himself. This is the basic plot. MC here is one of the hard-working MC that I've seen in a while. MC is clumsy and naive at the beginning, but he along with some other favorite characters get ample character development. Art is decent. The story is very great. It gives subtle lessons to it if you analyze it. It shows hard work can beat talent, or talent is hard work in itself. The MC is overpowered, but it doesn't mean that he's the all-powerful. Someone is stronger than him, but the best part of the story is he works harder and eventually reaches his goal. The characters isn't half-assedly used, they are used in great reach in the development of the story. Number 1, Returning with Absolutely Nothing. It has 62 chapters. Returning with Absolutely Nothing, otherwise known as Worthless Regression, is a story about a person who gets transmigrated into a fantasy world. The MC is immediately tricked and is forced to work as a weakling his entire life, up until he risks his life and miraculously finds a regression stones that allows him to return to the point where he first started, and with this new start the MC obviously does things differently and becomes stronger than before. Pretty standard stuff for a story like this. How this manhwa ends up differentiating itself is in the execution. This story is not really a story about a MC that abuses his knowledge of the future in order to become unparalleled, but more so a Muram/cultivation one. The main character is truly talentless in some pretty important aspects, and this is a pretty major part of the plot. He really needs to work hard and doesn't become extremely strong in a short time either. The way the main character's personality changes and how his mental anguish is depicted are fairly unique. Here is the end of the video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please show your support by liking the video and subscribing to the channel.